Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan and Norm.
Hi, Dave. How you doing?
Great. Good to be back in the studio.
Always.
The first story is a difficult one, and it was just breaking yesterday. There was a missing teen in West Hempstead. 15-year-old Amiri Guerriere was reported missing on Tuesday night. Last seen in West Hempstead.
Description,
5'2", 125 pounds. Police are asking for help. We have the information, up posted, where to reach out for the police, and we hope she turns up quickly and okay.
We'll keep you posted.
So the Southern State, Southern State again is like a complete disaster. You get on the highway, you take your life in your hands. The cars pass you at 120 miles an hour. They're racing again. We talk about this like constantly. We've all seen the numerous accidents.
Right.
The person who had that accident where two people got killed, I think was brought back to court, very recently. So again, that story's back in the news. Maybe they're doing something about it. The state has launched this thing called Operation Southern Shield. It was launched by the New York State. Not to be confused with Epic Shield.
Why do we need an operation here?
Everything needs an operational name. Otherwise,
no. The reason they do that is because they don't do anything most of the time. So when they create actually an effort, they give it a program name.
Yeah, so they're going to...
they must be using, by the way, invisible cars, because I haven't seen these guys at all.
I'm glad that you mentioned it. So it just so happens that I've seen twice in the last 2 days New York State troopers on the Southern State.
Really?
One of them was off to the side on the highway itself, and kind of hidden in the birdcage or whatever they talk about. And then I saw another one when I was getting off of exit 18 who was just kind of hanging out there, and then he just floored it onto the Southern State. So I guess they're making an effort. I haven't seen any activity since COVID. I mean, it's like...
fine. That's great.
So maybe they're actually, going to do something. Now, again... this plan, I think, has a limited time frame for a couple of months, which is completely nonsensical. They need to police this thing all the time. They're going to go after aggressive driving, DWI, distracted driving, all that stuff.
They have to do it day and night, because a lot of these accidents are at night.
And then it sounds like a raceway. You can't. You have your window open. You think you're at the Indy 500. It's like
2 miles away.
And we're living miles away from the highway. It's like. Every single night, it's just insane.
By the way, I'm glad you saw the cops, and I don't want to be too snarky about it, but it is the end of the month, so it may not necessarily be this.
No, listen, time. Yeah, it could be that it's just a quick show. I don't know. I hope they sustain it. The other thing is also, they have technology these days. And Norm, you're into all this stuff. They have drone technology, and they have ways of tagging cars. So like if a car's speeding, somehow you can get it tagged. So you don't have to have a high-speed chase and risk other drivers. You just kind of, set a trap up, miles up ahead or, whatever it is. So there are different technologies as opposed to, the cops going after the driver at 120 miles an hour and causing other problems.
First of all, it's a very simple technology of reading license plates of cars that are going above a certain speed limit. I mean, the city of New York probably pays for the mayor's salary just with those kinds of cameras, right?
Yeah.
So that's the very basic, easy to go. The new technology that's on the front of police cars in some places is a dart system that shoots at your car.
Yeah.
And then tags you.
I love that.
And then they go and find you after you settle at home and, you got your feet up. They bust into your house and put you under arrest, which is certainly a safer way to go.
Right. The problem that I see is just legally speaking, because I know this happens with the red light cameras all the time, right? They ticket the car. They can't ticket the driver, and the problem with these drivers is that you want to get the guy driving the car, not the fact that it's registered to somebody else in the household.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure they'd be able to actually arrest somebody.
Actually, you
because
could.
the car was out.
You certainly could today with facial recognition. You can take a picture of the driver just as easily as you can take a picture of the license plate, and that's easy enough to find out because all of those pictures are on the database of the New York State driver's licenses. Right, your picture's on every license. So,
but you got drones also. So I think to Dan's point, if at the point that they get caught speeding, if the drone is continuously capturing footage, and we know that the person hasn't gotten out, again, maybe they have to change the rules, and it's just a different world.
Yep.
So
Anyway,
it's crazy, but they're actually cracking down on things, and
here's hoping that at some point they will actually get this. Listen, I was on the road earlier this week, and I switched lanes to get around somebody. Tried to switch back. The guy behind me was up my bumper within an instant.
Oh,
and
my
I'm like,
God.
dude, give me a break. I'm getting out of your way.
It really they have to take draconian action because it's just an insane situation.
And it's killing people.
Literally. And it's like on a daily basis. It's just nuts. So
lots of technology, lots of ways to do it. All they have to do is decide that they want to make it a safer road.
Yeah, speaking about things that piss people off.
Halls Pond.
Halls Pond. Yeah, again, I took I had that photo essay. Halls Pond looked beautiful. We talked about this last week. Up close, it's a real crap show.
Literally,
and all that stuff. And guess what? We had some rain. So you have rain and you have runoff, and then the runoff goes, there's no traps, or if the traps are there, they haven't worked since, COVID or, whatever it is.
Eisenhower was in the office.
Yeah, and all that pollution kind of, ponds up by the end of Halls Pond. Someone takes a picture, and all the politicians are like, oh my God, they're like, this is terrible. And Moshe Hill weighed in, and Olena Nix weighed in, and it's like, we're going to look into it. I mean, the bottom line is it's a Nassau County problem. That's number one. And number two, they try to fix it, but they didn't even get close. If you remember, the equipment broke down, and they never got back to fixing it properly.
Yeah, there was a federal stoppage of that based on some environmental concerns. I don't know how that ended up. It did go to court. The real issue is that the town and the county don't maintain this park. I don't know whose jurisdiction the water is.
No, I think it's Nassau County, but
I think it is also. But they don't come and do basic maintenance. So how do you expect this thing to look decent?
Yeah, we talked about this, I think, last week in particular, that there's some sort of trap that's supposed to collect the garbage, and they cleaned it out. Well, have they been back to clean it out in the year since? I don't think so.
No, and this happens all the time. They started the dredging. The dredging device broke down. It barely got through 20 feet. And
then the turtles. We got to worry about the turtles.
That radioactive turtle. Oh my God. You really wonder if that thing is still
Teenage Mutant Halls Pond Ninja Turtle.
Just to wrap up Halls Pond and get off of it. Yes, there's pollution. Is it going to be fixed in our lifetime? Maybe. What is it going to take? We know that the community has, the Civic Association has cleanups and all that stuff. But in the meantime, you got runoff starting all the way up to the LIE. You got all these jerks who are, heading up Nassau Boulevard, and they're throwing their garbage out the window. It's just not going to change. So
now all of this is just basic maintenance. That's all it takes. It's not magic, and it's not expensive. They just need to get somebody over there.
Dredge the fakakta thing already. I mean, clear the thing out. It's like you could we always
they don't care.
You could walk across it. We were worried when it was frozen. What happens if someone would walk through? If they fell through, the answer is they'd get up and they'd walk across it.
Exactly.
The water would be up to their knees,
and they go home and get a bunch of shots.
And guess what? This summer. This summer, the dirt will be visible, and everyone's going to go, "Oh my God, the dirt is visible!" And it's like, it's okay, we get it. This is what it is. I'm not sure how to fix it. And,
I don't know. We think should we take a break and you can calm down.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Fine. Fine. Do it.
All right. Off to commercial, everybody.
Hi, I'm Jeff Wenger, owner and operator of Tiffany Dry Cleaners. We've made things even easier. Schedule a cleaning pickup just with one click on our new app or website. And don't forget, we offer free pickup, delivery right to your door. Tiffany Dry Cleaners gets it just right.
We're back.
We are back.
We are back. I was trying to figure out the next story, and I'm going to stumble a little bit through it, and there actually is no conclusion. I don't even know anything about the facts, but I just thought it was interesting. How's that for a real warm up? Everyone's
what's going on?
Clicked off the website. They're like,
They're gone already.
God, where is he going?
Oh my God, something's happening at Carvel.
Yeah, so the Supreme Court, and again, I really didn't get into it, but they just came down with a decision, I think regarding Louisiana, the Voting Rights Act that had some impact on, I think, gerrymandering at the federal level. I don't know, Dan, if you have anything else to add, about this Supreme Court part of it.
Let me just say that I'm literally looking at this for the first time. This is from something called SCOTUS blog, and they say that they struck down this Louisiana congressional map that was challenged by a group of voters claiming it was unconstitutional racial gerrymandering, and apparently they left in place a ruling that the state may not use this map. So what's going to happen with this? I'll go through the blog and figure it out. But I think it's going to have a big impact on how some of these congressional districts are. People are going to attempt to redraw them.
Okay,
right,
so I don't think this is anything new. It's always been an issue under the Voting Rights Act that you can't redistrict based on racial, but you can on political. And that's what they're doing. They're doing political gerrymandering, which is what happened in Texas. It's going to happen all over the place.
Yeah, and again, what I was trying to figure out is, try to bring it back home to West Hempstead, how it might impact, I guess, what they call these majority-minority districts.
Right, we do have that.
We have 6 of them in our area, including West Hempstead, that are literally, divided up, along
racial
lines, and making it challenging for someone to break into it. And the short answer to all of it is all of that stuff is done at the state level, and that would not be impacted by the Supreme Court decision. But in the overall, it might be pointing that somewhere down the road, things may be changing and the ground may be shifting a little bit on this space. So, again, I thought it was interesting, and, there you go.
Knowing the way this stuff goes, this means further lawsuits are coming down the road.
For sure.
So.
Yeah. And, in general, I hate gerrymandering, and it swings both ways, and when one party is in, they cut it up their way, and then the other party's in. It seems really stupid. Like you just take America and you divide it up into cookie cutters and
squares,
or wherever it falls, it falls, and whatever.
That'll never happen. But the truth is, this is supposed to take place every 20 years when you do a census. Yeah. So when there's a census taken, obviously there's a shift in population, a shift in the type of racial makeup of states, and that's the time to do it. To do it every year is going to be chaos.
Yeah, the thing that bugs me about it every time is that one party will redistrict, and then the other party's going to say, what are they doing? They're trying to shut people out. Right? All of a sudden, their party gets in power, and hey, guess what? Suddenly it's okay. And the other party's like, what are you doing? You're messing with everything.
And the wheels go round and around.
100%.
And guess what? Hall's Pond is still a crap hole. Okay. So
maybe we should redistrict that. There we go.
So, Dan, you're into Black Death, Renaissance, Crusades.
All the cheerful stuff, folks.
All the above, right?
That sounds like Dan.
Right?
100%.
So all good stuff. And so there was this article that appeared yesterday in Newsday about a local education spotlight, and they were focusing on a teacher, Erin Geiger, who has a new model of teaching that replaces traditional final exams with performance-based assessments, and students present deep research projects instead of memorizing tests.
That's a great idea.
It sounds wonderful.
I love that.
I mean, it sounds like, you're acting out your final. So
I will say
I don't know.
This really does speak to me, honestly.
I knew it would.
Well, here's part of the problem.
He loves Black Death.
In general, I just want people to understand something. I've actually I've had
World War 11.
There you go. Oh God. I've had opportunities to look at high school textbooks, and they will give a single line to each one of these subjects.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you expect kids to learn anything when you're not teaching them anything? So I love this. God bless you, Mrs. Geiger, for this. I think this is great. Give kids a chance to learn.
Yeah, this is exciting.
And I'm in the soapbox here for a minute, right? History is my favorite subject.
Yep.
The word story is in it, right? You want to get kids interested by telling them stories, and this is really a great way to do it. Yeah. I think this is terrific.
So I guess, Dan, the question is, and again, for those of you who are still hanging in there, between all of the above, which is your most favorite?
If I had something to point at in this, and I'm interested in all of it, the Crusades is probably something I find the most interesting. But hey, listen, you don't know how many Black Death fans are watching us right now.
Yeah.
Or Black Death metal, whatever. It's all good.
Yeah. My whole experience of the Crusades is really Monty Python. But anyway,
which is a good way to get into it.
Anyway, they had a good scholarship program.
Yeah. So the West Hempstead Community Scholarship Fund announced the recipients, and I'm not going to go through all their names because I will screw up each and every one of them.
Yeah, but it's a nice gift. I mean, they're getting $2,500 each.
Yeah, and they primarily have come from the West Hempstead School District.
Great.
And they also came through the Yeshiva University High School. So two great education schools and organizations.
This is the community investing in education.
Yeah, I mean, again, it just shows you how the school district continues to do amazing stuff.
Yep.
I did reach out to the head of the school district, to Karen Brom, about setting up an interview regarding the budget. Have not heard back from her yet. I hope to very soon.
Y'all ready for that? Y'all ready for budgets?
Oh God! You know what? This year there's really nothing going on. I mean, there's no one running.
I think this is the cleanest year that we've had.
There's no contention. Maybe there won't be any lawn signs, going up, and they didn't pierce the cap. Again, things are getting scary as we've talked about, but not a lot to talk about.
I don't think so either.
It is what it is. All right. So wrapping up some of the events, we got this community Lag BaOmer festival taking place Tuesday, May 4th, 5:30 at Hempstead Lake State Park. There's a whole bunch of organizations that are involved every year putting this on. I think Chabad is the ones who drive it.
Right.
There's a grand barbecue by I&D. They got some circus performance. They got all these kids stuff.
I think there's a recommended donation of like $20 to cover costs, something like that.
I don't know. They have a website, a link that you can go up and register or
they
to
are
sponsor
looking for RSVPs, yeah.
All that good stuff. And every year it's been like a really very, very well attended event.
Yeah,
so
it's a fun time. I hope they have good weather.
Exciting. Yeah. And
what's happening at the library?
Well, most importantly, I paid up my debt. I'm clear. I'm done.
You do that with a credit card?
The $7.24 were paid, almost exactly to make it as easy as possible.
Are they going to be taking your picture down from the post office?
I was going to say, can you take your wanted poster home with you?
I tell you the truth, I was lighter than air leaving it. It was like, oh my God, I'm debt free. This is great. Every time I take out a book, they don't have to give me like a sad look like, hey, you can pay it another time, and it's like, oh God, really?
Was it exact change only?
No, they gave me change. They gave me change of $1 and change. I was so happy about it. It was great.
What are you gonna do with all this extra money now?
I gave my donation to them, but you know what? I was great. And while I was there, I took a quick look around, and they have this egg incubator where they have these quail eggs.
They've done that before, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like so cool. I mean, you're looking at this thing and you see these eggs there. You know that they're going to hatch And it's really exciting. They have it out by the research desk, by the New Book area, and it was pretty cool. I was.
How long does it take for them to hatch? Do you have any idea when they're hatching? I'd love to see one of them hatch.
What do I look like?
Wait, I gotta.
A nursery director? Yeah. Who knows? It's when it's time. It's time.
Wait, I'm doing a quick Google on this.
God, it's
right.
it's I
17 to 18 days says Google's AI.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing pictures of the hatching and the hatchery, and I don't know what they actually do with the with the chicks that come out, but. Anyway,
else to learn.
Very exciting. Little small eggs. Go get them, or go watch them.
Don't take them, please. That's not part of the library of things, folks.
Yeah, a quick thing. I was just noticing, and this is any community, but it just so happens in West Hempstead, a lot of people are putting up these, big white PVC fences, all over the place. I guess this is a season where they do this. I think overall it has a net, positive impact. Some of us have like the old wire fencing, chain link fences, from like the 1940s.
I hate that.
And I have that, and it's like it's not going anywhere, but it certainly doesn't look great. I was just kind of curious what you guys, think about, all these, fences going up.
So it's interesting. In Garden City, I don't think they allow it.
Oh.
Yeah, there are no fences. You can put up a hedge, which a lot of people do, these tall hedges, and that makes like a fence. But the PVC, you don't see much of that at all.
I think there's a limitation, especially if you have a corner property that you can't put
I had to deal with this at where it's got to be set back. I think 8 feet from each, because you don't want to block people's view of the side streets. So I think it's a 6 to 8 foot back.
Right. I think you're allowed to put in a 3-foot fence or a 4-foot fence at the corner, and then have it pick up in size. They do that in a number of places.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting. I think it's a net benefit to everyone, and they're going up. So there you go.
As long as they clean and they look great.
They look great.
Roosters,
yeah, rounding home, and I think they had some sort of like lemon.
They do indeed. Lemon bars are on special this week. $3.50 a piece. I'm looking at a picture of them right now. They look fabulous. So pop into Roosters, and remember, you can order stuff online, ourbakery.com. Send a cake off to your aunt, to your grandma, to your kid in college, wherever it is.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think that'll do it for this week in West Hempstead. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Norm. And, go out and go put your fence up, go to the library, check out the quail eggs. And
have a great week.
If you have any questions or comments, please go to Facebook and post and put your pictures up. We read everything. We appreciate your feedback, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reester's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.